I wanted to bring something up that I discussed on Veritas Radio last year in passing, but I thought it was one of the more powerful points I've ever come across in the Zetetic movement, the Zetetic information. It basically completely disproves heliocentrism in an empirical way that any of us can verify. It's absolutely rock solid information, and every astronomer in the on the Earth plane needs to be addressing this issue now or concede their position as false. Anyway, let me just go to the point. It's real simple. Have you ever noticed the professional telescopes are often on mountains, typically on mountains, some of the major telescopes, and in dry areas as well. That is to reduce the amount of atmosphere one is looking through in order to look at stars, because stars are much brighter and clearer on mountains and in less atmosphere, less moisture. And if anybody just simply goes to somewhere like Rocky Mountain National Park, what you want to do is when you're at the Mississippi River, look at what the stars look like, find a place where there's no light pollution, way out in the middle of nowhere, then drive over to Rocky Mountain National Park. You'll be much, much higher and go way up, and you'll be astounded at how much brighter the stars are, and which just verifies what astronomers are putting, or why they're putting telescopes on top of mountains, especially in dry areas, because you can see the stars are much brighter and clearer, less interference from the atmosphere, better for astronomical viewing. But here's the point. Many of us have been on jet airplanes that go over the Rocky Mountains during the night, and it's enormously clear. If one just looks out the window, that not only are the stars dimmer than they are from Rocky Mountain National Park, but also they appear to be even dimmer than at somewhere very low or close to sea level. Again, all these tests have to be done with no light pollution in the way. But anyway, let me just get to the point and sum this up. So what we notice is stars are viewable in a minimal light pollution area near sea level to a certain degree. They get much, much brighter when one goes to a place like Rocky Mountain National Park or any other high elevation, drier area. And then on a plane flying over that, they get dimmer, and maybe even dimmer than they were in the first position near sea level. Now, this is a 100% contradiction and disproof of the heliocentric model. Because if you keep going up and up and up, those stars aren't going to dim. They're going to become brighter and brighter because there's less and less atmosphere in the way, where they become brightest in space. That's the reason the so-called Hubble telescope was put into space, as we're told about on the TV news, because you eliminate all light pollution, so the story goes. So the point is, any of us can verify that in a plane going over mountains at night, that the stars are dimmer than they are in the mountains themselves. Because I've been to Rocky Mountain National Park, so I'm using this as an example, and viewed the stars at night, crystal clear night, camping. And I've also flown over multiple times at night over the Rockies, right over Colorado. And that should not happen. The stars should not decrease in brightness in the jetliner. They should be even brighter yet. They should be overwhelming people on jetliners all over the world. The millions of people flying every day at night should be overwhelmed with the brightness of the stars, should take their breath away because they're much brighter than even a place like on a mountain peak. But it simply doesn't happen. We all can verify this, and it's an absolute dire contradiction to the heliocentric model. The heliocentric model is dead, and this information is much more empirical than anything that your professional astronomers can give you. This information is simply empirically verifiable by any of us with our own eyes. All we have to do is get on a plane and drive to a mountain and drive to a place near sea level, all without light pollution. And we can verify that heliocentrism does not exist. Strange that with all the jetliner flights and all the astronomers on planes and so forth, that nobody ever thought of this before. It just shows you the fickle, gullible nature of the human mind.